Rob here, the Medicare Minister. I hope your week is starting off right. I just want to share with you a little bit of encouragement this morning, and it's something that I shared in a group that I help coach and mentor on the side, and it says this: if you improve by 1% every day within a year, you will have improved by 365%. Let me say that again. If you improve by 1% every day within a year, you will have improved by 365%. See, the reality is many of us, we're wanting to make this big splash, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? I always believe in shooting for your dreams and going big, but the reality is many of us, we will maybe start big, but then we'll fizzle out. And I think that's the reason a lot of us are not successful in various areas, when the reality is if we will just learn how to be consistent. And I love what John Maxwell says. John Maxwell says that successful people have just learned how to tweak their daily routine. And so I want you to think about this. Instead of just making a big splash, think about being consistent. Asking yourself the question, what can I do today? What small change can I do today to make myself better? True confession, I really struggle in the reporting and the administration part of things when it comes to sales. And so I've made a commitment to myself that every day I'm going to try to do something I normally don't like doing in that area. Instead of just trying to fix it all at one time, just learning how to grow little by little every single day, planting new seeds, changing habits. Because here's the reality. It took you your whole life to form the bad habits that you have. And a lot of times we think we're just going to instantly change them, when the reality is we just got to consistently plant those seeds, those new habits, to help us grow and to help us be successful. So here's what I want to do real quickly. Okay, and I didn't tell anybody I was going to do this, but let's do this real quickly. Let's go around the room, mainly for agents. I don't expect everybody to do this, but let's go around the room real quickly. And it's what's one thing, one little small tweak that we can make today to improve. Remember, it's just improving 1%. What can we do just to show a little bit of improvement? And once again, that is hard for the culture that we live in, right? Because we can go on the TV right now and we can watch whatever we want to watch. We don't even have to have commercials, because we live in a culture that caters to me, that wants instant gratification. And any successful person will tell you that there really is no such thing as an overnight success story. I mean, it happens from time to time, but most of the time, any successful person that I have ran into said that it was little tweaks every single day, being consistent even in the mundane things, in the boring things. Consistency breeds success. And so I just want to go around the room real quickly if we can, and Sed's going to help us with the camera. I know some of us are eating some breakfast, and some of us maybe haven't had our 3 cups of coffee yet and all that kind of thing. But I just want to go around. Can we start with you, Johnny? Because I know Johnny's a pretty bold guy. What's one thing that you could just slightly improve on today?
I feel as though I could always improve on communication.
Okay.
And communication to me is one of the biggest factors in becoming successful.
Okay. So just even if you could just get 1% better in communication, you feel like it would help you with your overall.
Everybody.
Okay, success. That's a good one. Stephen?
I think just it's funny, but I just instantly revert to like the system and the process that I have of what we're doing every day, because the volume of what we're doing, every little thing matters as far as the efficiency. So I think if I could just be more efficient, and it's more administrative work, it's not really anything that's any hard to do. It's just taking the time to actually put your mind to it and complete these small little tasks that will eventually go a longer way.
And it's interesting you bring that up, because even since I've been here, I've seen the little tweaks that you've done and some of the documents that we use But would you agree that just didn't happen all overnight? That we were learning, we were growing, and we were just making little tweaks as we went.
And then a lot of them documents are still being tweaked. I mean, we come up with ideas and things all the time that we're like, oh, that would be great to have on there, or maybe we should just leave this off eventually. So I mean, it's always an ever-growing, continuous, evolving thing. So,
right.
Yeah.
Right. Zach, what's one thing that you could just slightly improve on today to help you be more successful?
Mine is admin. I try to wait and do all my admin at one time, and sometimes I get bogged down and I don't like doing it. So doing it throughout the day would probably be a lot easier on me.
That's 1%. Hire someone. No, don't record. No, don't do that. Don't do that on the video. Take that off the video. No, I'm just teasing. But here's the reality. The reality is so many of us, I think, are being robbed of success because we get overwhelmed trying to make the big splash and change everything at one time instead of just taking action. A lot of times that big splash will paralyze us and keep us from just doing the small little 1% things in order for us to grow every single day. Guru, you got anything you want to share?
Yeah, for right now, like everybody said on admin, of course we're always trying to improve that. I've said it time and time again that I try to avoid clicking buttons that don't do anything, or getting information that doesn't help me. At the same time, while trying to get information, we were terrible in the past about collecting emails, and we're trying to get better about that, trying to get the admin employees to take some of that information and plug it straight into the system so that we're not having to do it on the back end, and do things as fluidly as possible. In a minute, I'm probably going to talk about agency block in a way that we can streamline a lot of the inbound process to make it easier on everybody. And those are all great. Something for me personally is avoiding negative cognitive repetition patterns. So I think probably everybody in here could admit that there are things that they get fixated on in the day that rob them of time, that after a while they think, why did I just spend 20 minutes looking at Lee Jadika's story on Facebook, and all these people be like, oh cool, they're doing great things, well, why don't I just turn this shit off and I can do some great things right now. So that's a big thing for me. I think everybody in here probably gets on Facebook during the day. I think that people that'll say, oh, I work 10 hours, I work 12 hours, doesn't hold as much weight as it used to, because they probably spent 2 of those hours during the day doing BS, like staring at screens that didn't actually do anything. So you probably work a lot less and spend more time with your family if you get rid of those negative cognitive repetition patterns.
Yeah, that's good. We got one of our external agents here, actually 2 of them. Nolan, what's like one small tweak that you think you can make to help you be successful or more successful?
Yeah, absolutely. One was, I actually started it this morning, and because I'm more of a Medicare Advantage guy without underwriting.
Sure.
So this whole underwriting process is new for me.
Okay.
So what I was doing this morning was I pulled up one of the supplement apps. I saw that there were 26 questions, and well, I might as well know those, in my head, rather than going through an app and halfway through, getting tripped up like that. So if I can make that more efficient and understand the underwriting, that should, even from that one app, that should carry to more carriers.
Sure. So just growing in that MedSup underwriting, just learning that and tweaking that.
And what all those diseases and names actually mean, so that way it actually sticks.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's a good one. Eldrick, what's like one small thing you think that you could just grow and just a little tweak that you can make?
I would say customer service.
Okay.
We're in the people business, so I feel like, and as I have a Chick-fil-A cup, service, when you're dealing with people, I would say I can always improve in service for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and there's an old saying, and we've all heard it, and then I'm going to turn it over to Justin, but there's an old saying that says, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And I think sometimes, if we're to be honest, all of us would raise our hands and say we want to be successful, but because of the culture that we live in, it indoctrinates us and it cultivates this mindset that I want it now. And there's nothing wrong with that, except for the fact that most successful people will tell you, don't hate the process. Don't hate the journey. Because that's really what builds you into that, quote, 13-year overnight success or 5-year overnight success story. And so I just want to encourage you today, whatever it takes, just the one little tweak to get better than you were yesterday, And then a year from now, you'll look back and go, man, I've grown by 365%, and I'm a way better version than I was last year. I hope you have an awesome day. Matter of fact, let me change that. Make it an awesome day. And we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.